Alrighty, so we are just about there. I just need to start sharing this to Patreon, and then you fine folks can find it, and Ollie May will be back in just a second. Paste, enter, and publish. So here we go. We are live. We are live right now. And Ollie May will be back in just a second, I would say. We are live, aren't we? Pretty sure we're live. Yeah, we're live. We got this. We got this. We are good. Hello, hello. And Ryan should find this any second now. I'll just play a little bit in the meantime here. This is really out of tune. Let's make this a little nicer looking. What do you say? It's a little delayed, but anyway. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome. I'm already streaming, just to warn you. But yeah, I just wanted to get things started here. So yeah, I could do a little bit of this "Good Things Come" song, and then I'd love to have you cap things off.
My Good Things Come song.
Yeah, sure. And I think I'm in better tuning now. It's weird because I can't hear myself terribly well during the stream because otherwise there'll be weird latency issues.
Yeah.
So, and I've tried for years to make a any UAD software work with live streaming, and it never does. It's brutal. So, just a good old Focusrite. Even when I have had to record cartoons remotely with, special software that they have, UAD just will not behave, and I have to use a crappy old Focusrite, All right, so what do you use in the studio?
We've got a Focusrite with like a bunch of inputs. We've got a whole bunch of like compressors. We've got an ART, an elliptic. I don't know a whole lot about those things just yet.
Yeah.
I've still got time, but yeah, we mainly use a Focusrite. Sometimes we run it through different compressors. Like we have a compressor that George Martin used.
Oh yeah,
which is pretty epic.
The like an LA2A.
I wish I could tell you.
Okay. Well, I got to visit one of 3 Air Neve consoles ever built.
Whoa.
So you know what the Air Neve...
I'm familiar with that, yeah.
So one of them's in Toronto, in a guy's basement, randomly.
Okay.
And then I think, who is it? Brian Adams has one, and then I don't know who has the third. I guess George Martin still, maybe. But yeah, it was the one that like Elton John's like "I'm Still Standing" was mixed on, and "Money for Nothing," So anytime you hear "I want my MTV," it's that. Send through that thing, and yeah, there were all these strips from it that just need to get replaced, but they're like $10,000 a piece. Just impossible to replace. And this is something that people don't understand too much about recording. Is yes, we can do our best to emulate the sound of the 80s and 90s and stuff, but there's literally certain precious metals that are like banned from being used to build these machines now.
Yeah.
So, there is something very special about the sound of stuff from the 70s and 60s that is impossible to truly replicate again. And it's a really interesting case of like, so did everything just get worse?
Yeah.
Like, did things get worse? Did things get better? And it's weird that this march of progress that we're all on, the answer's always ambiguous.
Yep.
It's a good time to be a dreamer. It's a bad time to be alive, right? It's always a little mysterious. But I'm also thankful that I can, have a mastering chain that I can just slap on whatever I record, and it makes it sound better.
Accessibility is like even if the actual components may have gotten worse in some areas, the accessibility of it all is a blessing in itself. And
and it's, you know, as long as there's human beings with feeling and life experiences to still create music and not, you know, a factory line.
Yeah.
That's the part that they need to figure out. Oh, geez. You got asthma? Or, okay. My best friend, Bryn, in Toronto, he's got asthma. And, but what's amazing is he's also like one of the world's best harmonica players and like a bodybuilder. Like he's such a contradiction. Like this big buff guy with this little instrument. And,
wow.
But yeah, he's phenomenal. You know, I highly recommend listening to him sometime. Actually, I'll send you later for my Fretathon, my big charity thing I did in here. We're like 5 days into having this studio. Like they were still putting up the walls and shit while I was practicing. He did a cover for it that was just phenomenal. Of I'm not sure how well you know Queen, but I was like,
I was upset. It was probably my gateway to classic rock, other than the Beatles. Obviously, they had been with me for my whole life, but Queen was my gateway to being like, oh, what is this? Yeah. So yeah, I was very obsessed for the entirety of grade 6 and 7.
Do you know the song "Good Company"?
Yes.
Okay, so he does like this incredible, like, you know, harmonica version of "Good Company" where it's like, I suggested he do that song, but it's you know, him making that, you know, that music box sound that he manages with the electric guitar, but just with harmonica overdub. So it's pretty damn amazing. Nice. Anyway, so I'm gonna play my little song here for our one viewer. And you've probably got school tomorrow, right? You got
March break.
Oh, it's March break.
March break. I'm off the hook.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I have to do a bunch of recording right now. I'm trying to figure out that song of mine, the Live in the Rhythm song, and it's sounding a lot better, and I got to talk to the producer a bunch, and you know, he's loving what I'm doing and had some thoughts. He's gonna hire a drummer on his own dime because he wants to just, and I agree with him, he wants to add a little bit of extra sway into the choruses with a real drummer who like just has some pop experience. Anyway, things like that. I'm delaying for some reason. It's good things come to those who wait, I guess. Okay, so is Ryan still there? I assume Ryan's still there, right? Hi. Good. All right, so I'm gonna do a bit of this anyway. I was living on my own. I'm gonna do it the old way, apparently, because normally. So this is track 1 on a project. I had kind of written it a few months before this project, but I made myself make a triple album in 2 months. Maybe again inspired by fucking Joel Plaskett. Because it was right around the same time.
Well, now it's time for the quadruple.
Oh gosh. Oh right, he's got a quadruple, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And but my idea was like in 2 months I want to make a triple album, and I skipped all these classes to do it because that was more interesting to me, right?
Yeah.
I think I took like bossa nova guitar, and then everything else I like wasn't paying much attention to. Because songwriting was my interest, you know, and so I wanted to make my weird little white album, and I just had this nervous feeling of like I need to record as much as possible because something bad is coming. And I got like some weird food poisoning thing like very soon after tracking it, so it kind of was like where I missed a month of school. Like I don't know, like maybe I could have died. so yeah, follow your instincts. Ultimately, I'm glad I did that. But anyway, here's how the whole thing starts. I was living on my own for the first time, trying to believe another force-fed lie, but there ain't just so many ways to love this world. I loved the girl and she loved me. I told her who I was, she said it couldn't be. But if you truly believe and love this world, well, you got your little role and you know just how to say it. You got your little role and you know just how to play it. And good things come to those who wait. And who'd have ever thought you could get your break by smiling? When who said that good things come to those who wait? Now wherever you think think it's perfect, could be scared just like you. Crying long nights waiting for that golden voice to call. But there ain't just so many times you can love this world. Hometown slow crawl. He's got rims the size of Peterborough? I don't know. It's normally rims the size of Venice. But you're still lonely by choice, though. Mr. Texan wants to buy your golden voice. There's the line, dotted line. There's the line, are you dying inside? No, you got your little roll and you know just how to say it. You got your little roll and you know just how to go on. Good things come to those who wait, and who'd ever thought you could get your break by smiling when who said that good things come to those who wait. They don't listen, but how they pretend. Such a slumber and such a deep end, and why you need to justify everything you have inside. When all in good time. Ooh. My voice is so dry today. And usually there's some big vamp in here. That's from another song. I get distracted sometimes. Really, it's just ADD, which serves you very well on stage, I find. Because it's like if you're not interested enough in it, then the audience isn't going to be interested enough in what you're doing, so just shake it up. Shake it up! It's a Cars song. Okay, here we go. There's Shake It Off. There's Shake It Like a Polaroid Picture. There's Well, now's the part of the song where you all sing along, all being you, but you don't know how. And maybe Ryan. Ryan, you're welcome to sing along to this too. You don't know how, and I don't know what I'm gonna sing, but either way, it's gonna be the thing. Here we go. Good things come to those who wait now. So that's where you.
Those who wait.
Good things come to those who wait now.
Good things come to those who wait now.
If you can, I do it. Yeah, you got it. Now you don't have to hire horn players. It's easy. Nope. Oh, okay, let's try it. Boop, boop, boopy doop. Wee ba 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 da boop. I'm a scat man. Ba 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 da boop. See la 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 la. Coo 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 cow. La 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 la. Nice. You didn't even. I have to inhale to do that. You can just do that naturally. That's crazy. Well, you had your little role and you knew just how to say it. You had your little role and you knew just how to play it. And I had my little role and I knew just how to say it. Yeah, had my role now. Get off the stage, Taylor. Good things come to those who wait, and who never thought you could get your break by smiling when who said that good things come to those who. Everybody had to wait for something more. Everybody had to wait for something more, and good things come to those who wait. So sometimes I end the whole show like this, and people are desperate to go home, and then it's still a song about, like, waiting, and then I really drag it out. I'll do this, I'll, like, look at my hand like I got a watch on, and then I'll hang out on the 5 chord, and, you know, really,
you're really feeling it. Oh.
Really dragging it out. But I also have this joke sometimes at the start of set too, where it's like I'm like a record that's skipping. So then I start being the record skipping again, and then the host of the house concert has to come up and take my hand off, like it's a record needle, and then I can finally hit the last chord. So let's try that right now. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on... Okay. Good night. Okay.
Wow. You know, it's just really... it's a story. Takes you through.
Yeah, I mean, it's also... It's just...
It's like interactive, eh?
It's a format to have fun in. And I, like... So there's this guy named Tom Jackson who led a thing at a music conference one time. Where, yeah, it just got me thinking, like... a bit more about when you're putting on a live show, it's got to be something very different than an album.
Yeah.
And how do you build anticipation into it? How do you really create an arc? The way that you would make an arc with an album, I suppose, but it's also ideally got to be an arc where you're telling a story, you're telling people your life story, and you're telling it smartly in a certain order while having an emotional curve that makes sense, you know, like maybe start a little bit more energetic and gain their trust, and then do something a little weirder and a little darker, and then you need a song that's like a phoenix rising from the ashes out of that, you know, that's like the big inspirational song, and then you know, and then you're hit at the end, you know, I don't know, but either way, like you need to take people on a journey, and so I've been blessed to play a lot of house concerts the last few years, and just shows in general to really train that muscle, I think. Well, you're welcome to play this, or you can play your own Martin. I know you're very faithful to your Martin.
You know, it's already an open D in my next song.
Oh, true.
D, so.
Very, very good point.
And also, it's my baby.
Okay. Do you have a name? Do you name your guitars?
I want to.
Oh, and this has that crazy backing, right?
Yes, this is the one with the crazy back. Hold on.
Yeah, let's see the crazy back.
Let's get some commotion for the dress.
Whoa.
Wowee.
Look at that.
Insane. And with the strap, I just like to look at it with the strap sometimes.
It's gorgeous. Like, so, and so was this custom, or did all the Martins like this come with that design on the back?
It wasn't custom. All I know is my dad ordered it online.
Okay.
And, had it delivered to Long and McQuaid.
Okay. Because
he's got, like, a good relationship with the guys there. And, you know, we go there all the time. I go there with my coworker all the time, Liam. And,
you could teach guitar there one of these days.
Well, I don't know if I got a lot to teach.
Okay. Well, but
maybe one of these days.
I see in the future, like, you know, I don't want to, you know, impose a future on you, but I see, you know, you could very well, like, that New England Songwriters Retreat that I mentioned, you could definitely play at that, and you could teach at that in the future, you know, 10, 15 years down the line. The funny thing is, even if you feel like, oh, I don't know how to teach, if you have any kind of accolade, then people still want you to just be in your presence, and to them that's almost, they feel like they'll learn something from that, and oftentimes they do, you know.
It's not that I've always felt like for teaching what I know, it's totally fine. I just feel like I don't know enough yet. I haven't I play based on feel and on ear. Like, I have a good ear, so I've gotten by with that, but there's gotta be something at some point. There's gotta be actual theory, and I know that. Just for, like, improvisation and finding new things that work together. Well,
with Ryan, I've been trying to give him a taste of everything, you know. So it's kind of, I guess you'd call it like a holistic approach, but still without, you know, like, I never would have gotten good at guitar if songwriting wasn't my main focus, because that was the thing that I was interested in, you know. And so I inadvertently learned plenty about theory through that process, right? Yeah. But even, like, one thing that you can start with is just, for example, when you're playing that color blue, like, of course, knowing the names of the chords, right? Which I'm going to assume, let's just say it's E, F sharp, and then, like, A for the most part. Yeah. So, I mean, E is your 1. Like if we're talking about it, do you know the Nashville numbering system?
I know of it, but I haven't learned it myself. I started to because my dad was trying to teach me it when I was like 12 or something.
Right.
But my dad was trying to teach me, so obviously I didn't listen.
Well, I'll okay, fine. Well, maybe you'll learn from me then. I can tell you really quickly a couple things about it. So you've got E. If E is your root chord, right, like the key of the song, then that would be your 1, right? And then F sharp is a whole tone above E, right?
Yeah.
So 2 frets on your guitar. So that would be just your 2. A would be your 4. And then like B is your 5, right? So, 1, 4, and 5 are very strong chords. Like they're ones that a lot of, especially like classic rock and roll and stuff, are always just like 1, 4, 5. La 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 bum bum. So always some rendition of that, right? So and so you're shaking things up by adding in the 2 major, when typically it would be 2 minor, right? Like if you're boom 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 boom, like those are kind of the chords that are related to each note in the typical major scale there, and so like usually it's like 1, then 2 minor, 3 minor, 4 major, 5 major, 6 minor, and then like some minor, 7 flat 5. I don't think I'm even playing the right one. It shows you how much I care about the minor 7 flat 5. and then the 1 again. So yeah, like if you can start to notice those patterns, right?
Yeah.
Like doo-wop is typically like a 1, 6, 2, 5.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Woo, moon. She's always standing alone. Or or like the one that you're gonna hear everywhere. And have you ever seen that Axis of Awesome video where they're like making fun of how many songs use this chord progression?
Probably.
Okay, it's the 1, 5, 6, 4. So that's like the anthemic chord progression.
Yeah.
Right. Don't stop believing, hold on to that feeling. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. Like a gajillion songs use that. When I come around.
Yeah.
Just everything. We don't need your money, money, money. Da-da-da-da. You're gonna hear me roar. I hate fucking Katy Perry roar. Empty feminism.
I went, first concert I ever went to was Katy Perry when I was 5.
Oh my god.
And for a 5-year-old,
that would be
that's
awesome.
a top experience.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh god, I don't care, do I?
Yeah.
I didn't know what music really was.
Well, okay, and the thing I was alluding to you yesterday about that thing about that song that has like the unconditional.
Yeah.
I think that is Katy Perry.
Yes.
And yeah, it's like awkward phrasing. And I swear that was one of the things that actually wrecked her career more than people were just like, these songs, I don't like these songs. And like they couldn't even necessarily explain why, but that was part of it. Was just, and also with the wasted zombie. Yeah, you think we're free?
Yeah.
Like it's a zombie, not a zombie.
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 Yeah, no. Yeah.
The way that the B falls right on the 1, and it's the highest note. It's you're trying to like whatever matters the most. You're trying to have kind of land on the first beat and like the third beat of a measure, or because it's like when I find myself in times of trouble, when I find myself in times of trouble, and trouble is like the highest note there, right? So he's like naturally emphasizing that as like a more important thing in the thought. Anyway, so okay, yeah, wasted zombie, and then it's like we're all chained to the rhythm. So all this weird emphasis on the word "to" rather than like chained to the rhythm, chained to the rhythm. Why not just make it that?
Yeah.
It sings so much better.
Yeah.
And it still sounds chained, but without being to the rhythm.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm gonna let you play your song now instead of teaching, because it excites me to nerd out about this stuff. So then I can't stop
it's
myself.
with somebody that knows just about nothing about it.
So I hope that's useful to even if it all doesn't sink in right away. I hope that's useful to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
So what's is this called? Good Things?
This is called, what did I call this one? Till You're Sick of Me.
Till You're Sick of Me. Oh, that's a great title.
Thank you.
And
oh yeah.
take that. Because like it brings up so many questions right away, but it also feels relatable.
Yeah.
Like I know what that's like, and that's where great songs come from. It you have to have like a deep understanding of the human condition and just try to find things to write about that people aren't or haven't done quite from that angle yet. You know.
Yeah.
So like I got to co-write a song a week ago with someone, and they said, "I love a rule," and I was like, "Ooh, well that seems like a title of a song to me, or like something where we can dig a lot out of that." You know, it's like, why do you love a rule?
Yeah.
You know, and then it became this really sad song about like loving to have control placed on her life because the possibility of life is too scary otherwise. And then it's like, ooh. Like, that's such a deeper song than we could have written otherwise.
And there's just so many other ways that you can go with that. Like, not just that story. Yeah.
Like, the more willing you're to be really honest and really weird, the more rewarding songs you get to write.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even really... I think this was one of the songs that I just wrote in, like, probably, like, 10 minutes. I remember it being, like, 2 or 3 a.m. when I wrote this. And it's just like kind of the type of feeling of loving someone, caring for someone, and just worrying just kind of waiting for the day that they'll get sick of it.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Just like how long...
You're too young to be that jaded about love.
Nobody's ever too young to be jaded.
Okay. That's a song too.
I have experimented with this recording just a couple times. I'll probably release a demo soon enough because I don't have much other stuff to release, but I want to keep doing it.
And sorry, your first single, did you mastered that as well? You mixed it and mastered it?
It was all me.
It was all you, even the mastering. Okay. Because it sounded stellar. You know, it sounded... Nothing about it sounded unprofessional. Yeah? You know? Yeah.
Well,
even over my cruddy headphones. So.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So, I don't have much else to say about this other than I wrote a bridge for it like the other day.
And just be careful that the mic can hear you well enough.
I'm gonna write you a song at the kissing rock with the pebbles, the glass, and the fowls of flock. I'm gonna burn our favorite songs on a blank CD. We see the good things come to those who write. I got my pencil, my pages in the ochre light. There's pond scum on your shoes and your hands are cold. But it's all futile, it's in vain. Plug your ears when I call your name. So beg and pray or let it be, and let those stone tiles print your bended knee. They say the good things come to those who sing, so I'll beg and I'll plead for a silver ring, so I can write you a song and I'll sing till you're sick of me.
That's so sweet, and it's so short and devastating.
Yeah, that's why I added the bridge, because before it was like a minute and a half. And I do love having like a when an album has like a short interlude, because like...
Have you ever heard Casey Musgrave's Mother?
No.
Oh. Yeah. 1 minute song that makes you cry.
Yeah, I always think of like I the reason I want to put that on my album is because I just always think of Abbey Road, Her Majesty.
Yep.
And it's like what, 35 seconds?
I think 21. And the last note is cut off because it was pushed to the end of the tape.
Yeah.
and like, you know, talk about like people with a sense of humor. I mean, the Beatles just had a sense of humor. Like, to have the big ending and then have this little thing at the end that is, like, missing the penultimate note.
Yep.
Or the final note.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That's really funny. Yeah, no, I think it's smart to have a little short thing. One artist that you can look into is Randy Newman, because he's got some wonderful, like, minute and a half little songs that say a lot with so little.
Yeah.
Like, even just, I think he's a master of writing something that says so much more than it's actually saying.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So, just this little song. It's like a 3-chord song. He gives us all his love. He gives us all his love. He's shining down on us from up above, and he gives us all his love. He knows how hard we're trying. He sees the babies crying. He sees the old folks dying. He gives us all his love. And if you need someone to talk to, you can always talk to him. And if you need someone to lean on, you can lean on him. He gives us all his love. He gives us all his love. He's shining down on us from up above, and he gives us all his love. That's a devastating song.
Yeah.
And because on the surface it sounds like he's got the whole world in his hands. You know, it sounds like it's just like happy, you know, Christian propaganda or something like that. But what I did, I started a little faster, and then I slowed it down and just added a little more pain to my voice.
Yeah.
And suddenly the whole meaning of the song changes. Yeah. Not even the chords, nothing. And I think that's like brilliant that he's written a song where lyrically he's saying the exact opposite of what he feels. Yeah. It's like someone trying to convince themselves that it's okay. It's like Hurricane Katrina has come through and, you know, taking your home and your life away, but you're like, I still believe in God. Yeah. You know? Like, that's more what that song feels like to me. And so that's like profound and amazing and brings up, you know, I don't know, just the whole, like, this deep, painful American history all within this very simple frame. So anyway, I just think I don't know how I got on this subject. Do you remember how?
Wish I could tell you.
Okay. But either way, it's just fascinating to me. Like what a great little, like, super short. Oh, it's because we're talking about short songs, right? Yeah. Like, that's a devastating, short, simple song. And, like, you remember that song for your whole life after you hear it once because it's so simple. Yeah. You know, but it's packed with so much weight. It's like an unassumingly perfect song. You would not expect something like that to be like, for it to grow on you. But that, at least for me, like, that song really grew on me. Yeah. So anyway, stuff like that. But you're on March break, so what's your plan?
My plan for March break? It's clients on clients on clients on clients. But it means I get to spend it at the studio, which would probably what I was going to do anyway. Yeah. Tomorrow it's my coworker's birthday. Okay. So we've got rehearsal with our band tomorrow. Oh, right. So
I think I only learned about one of your bands. What are your other bands?
Oh, yeah. So Angels of Our Nature is my, like, current, like, most recent band. We're hard rock. And it was kind of built because Liam wrote all these songs, but he didn't have a band to perform them with because his old band broke up a long while ago. So he ended up recording and mixing all these songs himself, other than his friend, also named Liam, which gets confusing, doing drums. He's a very talented drummer. So they knew for a band they already had those two pieces. And they just kind of put out a guitarist wanted and bassist wanted ad, because Liam's playing rhythm guitar as well as singing. And we had Danik Delorme respond to the guitarist wanted ad, and he is so talented you would have thought we reached out to him, but he was just so willing to play, and he...
Because, believe it or not, bands are a rare thing, in a way. Especially in today's economy. Like, there's just a lot less like, as much as people love playing together, it's like it's less sustainable than ever, you know, to build a band and maintain it, and let alone tour with it, you know. So I think maybe that's part of it, why some people are just like, I see, you know, young people who are like passionate about music, fuck yeah, I want to play with them, you know, like, why, you know. So I don't know anything about these people really, but that's my inkling. Is like,
and he was saying basically that, like, not only is it difficult to start a band, and the sustainability of it, but some people just won't and will never hold the capacity to care as much as you do. And that's the most heartbreaking part of it. That's a great point. Is kind of how I feel about the school rock band, because people are just doing this kind of casually for fun. You play every 3 weeks at school at lunch, and then it's over. I don't want that. And I basically, how I got into this band, I played bass, and one morning it was just Liam and I hanging out, and nobody had responded to the bassist wanted ad, and he turns around in his little swivel chair and he goes, Olive, do you know how to play bass? And I'm like, I play guitar and I own a bass, so that's almost the same thing as knowing how to play it. And he was like, okay, I need you to learn. And I was like, okay. So I practiced basically every night on my McCartney Hofner.
Yeah, you got a Hofner.
Yes, and practiced as much as I could until I felt confident in all of his songs, not even approaching cover songs yet. And one morning he was like a month later, he pressed play on his album and he told me to plug in the bass, and I played along with it, and he goes, okay, you're our bassist now.
Great.
So it's been really fun, and like I said, this is like the most committed group of people that I've ever had the pleasure to play with, and it's clear that everybody cares about this as much as I do, and I because one thing that I used to think, like, oh well, how dare the members of Queen argue and fight, and it's like, but that also proves how much that they care about this thing. Like, in a way, because I've hired musicians and been in a quasi band in a situation like that, but it's different than truly having war buddies, you know, where it doesn't matter if the gig isn't paying, we're in this together, you know, and you know, there's a lot of for hire players, and they can be very good, but there's also there's a little bit of a disconnect there, that. And I've never been, I've never had the fortune of really having that experience of here's my band. These are my bros, and we're gonna go everywhere together. You know, so I'm really happy that maybe you found that for yourself. And and this is one of the reasons I want to understand more what the heck's happening in the Peterborough scene, because maybe I will find some of those people for myself. Even if they're a little rough, and you know, it'll be kind of like Wings starting out, you know, where it's well, you know, Linda, do you want to play keys? All right, Paul, I'll play keys. All right, well, we found this drummer, and now we're gonna play we're gonna call up some schools and see if we can play there, you know. I don't know, but that's kind of what I feel like I need. I just need people who just want to play. You know? And that's definitely this group of people. And not only do they just want to play, they're also funny and kind, and it's one thing to argue over the music, but to just clash as people, you're not going to get anywhere with that. And but they're just people that I just want to be around. Even music aside, playing with them is such a wonder, because everybody cares about this and they practice their stuff, and I just feel we're so constantly on the same page. But they're also just guys that I want to hang out with. Good. One night recently after a rehearsal, we were all tired and beat, but we didn't want to go home because we were we never hang out. Let's try that. So we had a couple of drinks and watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Okay. And an experience I wouldn't trade for the world.
Cool.
It was great.
I love that.
And doing a kind of similar vibe tomorrow for Liam's birthday.
Okay.
Just rehearsal and hanging out, which are like two of my favorite things to do.
Heck yeah.
So, yeah, it's been a great experience. I've only been like an official part of the band for probably like a month.
Are you guys playing somewhere? Is there a show coming up that I can know about?
Not yet, because we were hoping to play at this like we did play at the Sadler House's Battle of the Bands, which went really well, and that was like our first and only like show.
Are you singing in the band too? I hope so.
For not lead, but for backups, and I am. I wasn't even the one who suggested this, but I am singing and playing guitar for Come On Teacher.
Oh!
Because
we should have done that.
Oh, yeah.
Dans le French class, je suis très libre. Après l'école, I'll be coming up to see ya.
Oh, my corridor, je suis le grand boss, très petit que chacun son goût. Oh, make it heavy bow now.
Wait, am I mixing it up with the other song? But, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of those. I just noticed something lately. I've been here since 1980. Come on, teacher. Put it in my pipe and I'll smoke it. Yeah. No, that was like 2003. That was probably like... Yeah, God, the more that I talk to you, the more I realize how much Joel has actually been a big influence on my career as well. Because, like, it was, like, right around then, that was my introduction to him on Much Music.
Truthfully?
Yeah, with that album, but also just that video on Much Music. And then, that was right around the time that School of Rock came out, right? So it was kind of like that attitude of, like... Yeah, I want to get an electric guitar.
Yeah.
Like, I bought my first electric, like, right after seeing School of Rock. I was like, fuck, I have to, I was so pumped about it. So, and then how I would do my very first recordings was I had a keyboard, and then I had this thing called Bandit Box where you could type chords into it and pick a style, and then it would just, like, make a backing for you. Oh. Just MIDI.
Yeah.
Old, like, early 2000s MIDI stuff, but then it would play out of the keyboard, and I had a little $8 Windows microphone that I would put on top of the keyboard. I would sing into it while it was also bleeding out of the speakers into the mic, and that was how I record. I would make an album every weekend, and then show it to my classmates and act like I was hot shit, even though the music was hot shit. Anyway.
Yeah, I did some like that. I found there's like a drum emulator, like sequencer, just on like Google. And I found it, and
like you mean like baked into Google, like you type in?
No, like some website. I think it's called like Musica or something. But there's that one Joel Plaskett song off of 3 called "Every Time You Leave," and it's pretty much just the acoustic, just like kind of chugging along in a rhythm, and some occasional like pedal steel licks, and it sounds kind of like bluegrassy folky, but you've got this like 808 drum in the back. And I just like, it kind of like threw me the first time I heard it, like listening to like the full album after. It's so all over the place, right? But
I have to confess, there's so much Joel Plaskett I haven't heard.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because like I feel like I've heard the hits from 3 and stuff, and like things from around that time, and La Di Da and stuff like that. But I haven't dug in enough to his catalog.
I just obsessively like bought his CDs over time, and like I have an ever-growing CD collection. It's probably over 350.
So that's your preferred way to listen?
Whenever I can. Like,
really?
Of course it's different when you're on the road or at school. Like, you can't. I've considered the purchase of a CD Walkman, but now they're like cool and retro again, so they're expensive.
Really?
Yeah, so many of them.
I might have one. Just
yeah.
Well, actually, my song that I was writing, my Peacock one, the second verse. Why don't I sing that for you? Because I referenced because for me it was the spiritual thing of like being 12, 13. There was this skylight in my bedroom, and I could see the stars while I was like in bed, totally safe, and then just like listening to music with my Walkman, and it was like that was my spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
And for me, it was Elton John was the first thing.
Yeah.
But naturally, I became a guitar player
Mm.
because I liked Elton John. But yeah, the next verse was, these days I hide most my feathers for quarters and small bills. It's free bird and swill. Right? So that's kind of me like talking about like being at the Black Horse, you know, having to play Black. Even though I've never had to do Freebird there, but Freebird and swill. I'm back in my tween age. I'm back in my, is what I'm trying to say. Because this was like after losing my studio in Toronto and life hitting me like a ton of shitty bricks, it was like I have to move back in with my parents after everything I've been through.
Yeah.
After being like a lead in 5 cartoon shows, after building the studio, after, you know, some years making 6 figures, I have to go back. Are you fucking kidding me? This is what life has done to me. And so I was there for a bit, and it's like, I'm back in my tween-age bed, where I'd burn beneath the starry night. Infinity, destiny, Elton, Queen, and Hawksley, and the whimpering whir when a disc ended like my roaring 20s. I pretended my way through to the awful truth. It's all a roll of the dice, and every other side's a dishonest life, and you're a failure if you fight it. Are we failures though we're right? It's a good time to be a dreamer. It's a bad time to be alive. Anyway, you get the idea. But I just, I liked. Sometimes you feel like I need to like maybe write a song about a moment in my past, or even if it's really awkward shit you're dealing with, it's like I want to find some way of writing a song about this, or at least touching on it. Like, to me, I feel this catharsis just having that verse in that song, because it's like I can allude to all these different parts of my past.
Yeah, but nobody
without
knows,
having,
you know.
Well, yeah, they don't know directly, but hopefully it's still relatable.
Yeah.
And then also it just gives me a chance to feel like, okay, I don't need to write a whole song about listening to songs in the bed, you know? I can just have that one little mental picture and let people are smart. Let other people fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
Same reason why I suggested, like, once you feel like a song's at 80%, you know, or maybe 85 or something like that, that means it's done, because people will fill in the blanks after that point. Anyway, what were we even saying anymore? I don't know. All I know is it's a pleasure to speak with you. Yeah. And
it's been lovely.
You're definitely wise beyond your years, and you're figuring things out, and it's great.
I try.
And whenever you're playing with that band, please let me know. Because it'd be nice to see you guys, and also just like get to know more of the players in town. Because you're also you sing a bit with, I'm gonna butcher her name again, but like Jeannie Truax. Oh my god. Jeannie Truax. Okay. It really
I
is
used
that.
to call her, before I really knew her, I called her Jeannie Trudeau. So, you know, I don't think you're alone.
Okay.
But yeah, I do sing with her and Nick Campbell a lot, which is so crazy to me still. Even I've been singing with them since I was 15. And my dad knew Nicholas Campbell from probably when he was like 17 or 18. He just turned 21 pretty recently. And just from my dad going out to the bars, would see Nick and just be like, I hate him because he is so good and so young. And I just like I can't look away. And he's, 17, 18.
Well, but I mean, that's kind of what you're becoming as well, right? So it's just like, you know, get the super group together of all the kids, you know?
So like, he just was like, all of you gotta see this guy at some point, and I was like, all right, well, and eventually he bought me, when he released his album Gonna Have a Ball Tonight. I don't know if you've listened to him.
I am so out of the loop.
Yeah.
I think I have heard him briefly. Oh, it was that he was going to be doing some songs as well as Jeannie for the Fretathon, and then he bailed. Yeah. Last second.
He's a busy man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's grown so incredibly successful, and rightfully so. But anyway, he does an annual Market Hall show now because of the first show that I saw of him was the Market Hall show, but it was the first one.
So how the hell do people get successful? Here I am actually mentor, and I'm like, how do I fill Market Hall? What am I doing wrong?
Yeah, but I guess he'd just been playing around. Like, he had been around for a while at that point. But
I have too. You know,
his like first, it was the first of the annual shows, and I went, and it felt like. Have you ever seen the Elvis movie?
Mm-hmm.
It felt like the first scene of him performing.
I haven't seen it, but I of course
understand. Yeah. And he's just wearing that glitzy glam suit and whatever, and all the people in the yeah. You really gotta check him out. He's like rockabilly country, which is totally in my alley. But
maybe we should stop the stream as well, and then we can keep blabbing. This was meant to be 15 minutes, and then we just can't stop talking. So here we are. But Ryan, it was such a joy to have you here, and anyone else who's watched. Keep your eyes peeled for Ollie Mae and find her on streaming services, hopefully on Spotify, because if you do it anywhere else, she'll get paid more and you'll be helping out musicians and the culture as a whole.